away from your team. For this wave, and just as I'm giving him praise, he gets completely collapsed upon. No point burning any summoners. Light just accepting his fate there. First blood over to BLG Knight. Line on the other side, and now Chris is going to have to pay for it with his life. He used everything to set up that engage onto Shadow, and Elk is still going to end up chasing him down. Going to use the Featherstorm Blade Caller to secure the kill. Tien jumps in a little bit too far forward. They want to go after Elk, but he does flash over the big pit. Doesn't matter. The rocket finds him over the wall. Light picks up the kill, and the Cyclone will not save Shadow. One more shot from the Spear of Tien. Will he get it? Yes, he will. Wind becomes lightning, and lightning's flash has public execution. Going to use it to get right back across the engage onto Chris. And look at On fly into the double charm into the grand entrance. The shockwave from Xiaohu not going to be enough because the turret's the MVP. Like this is Bin. Trades his life 1 for 1, but you'll take that. The support gets the kill as he knocks down Xiaohu. And hey, remember when I was talking about good old feats of Light tries to knock around Crisp here on the backside of the fight, but the Cyclone does knock up Chris. TPing in is Breathe. Light flashes after Shadow. Try and find that kill. Knight gets knocked off of his Weaver's wall, but the flick back into the flash. The combo public execution, everything dumped onto Tien. The shockwave, not enough to save his jungler. Xiaohu has to watch Tien fall, and likely watch the last tier 1 turret they have up fall after that. Light is here to try and cover, but their structure is gone. Oh, On gets caught. Oh, the blocks are caster curse. They finally find the Rakan, and now all bets are off. Weibo are chasing after Shadow. The Cyclone, the Trickster, can he get towards Light? Yes, just to give himself that shutdown kill. Little bit too pesky on the invade, and now BLG are paying the toll, and Bin's the next one to fall. Remember, he already used his flash earlier. A lifeline opening up wide for Weibo Game, who is not present for this play as Chris goes to the double crash down. Featherstorm coming across. The TP's coming in for Breathe, but Chris booked a one-way trip towards the fountain. The TP's just a bit too late. Weibo is disjointed. Hits back onto Xiaohu. Breathe, those going to create some distance. The Cyclone comes across. Huge crescent guard. Knocks a lot of members of BLG off the back of this fight. Tien's able to single out Bin, but the Blade Caller, the damage from Elk's Zaya is very, very potent. He's going to have to flash away from Tien. Kiting back safely. Gets another Blade Caller down.
Elk.
It's all on Elk, and boy, does he just smash down Weibo. They have completely knocked Elk out of this fight at first, but it doesn't matter because look who flies in from the wings. It's both Bin and Shadow to take out Light. What does the fight look like with neither of these big-time marksmen? It looks like Knight is dancing around Chris, and Tien, whose Crescent Guard will protect him no longer. No Elk, no problem. BLG are going to find themselves a wipe of a fight, and Breathe might not even live through his giant health bar. No, he will not. Bilibili Gaming, ace down home. But he's taking a hell of a long time to die, and the GA does pop. Bin has done his job, distracted all of Weibo, and look at Shadow slipping in undisguised, but Light has more than enough damage to put him down, and it's once again the 80 carries to become the prime. Another knockup comes across, and Breathe. Knight will find the kill, and flashing forward is Elk to find the ace. There it is, open lane mid. Ball comes down from Knight.
Oh, it's
Xiaohu's cut off. There's no way for the Orion to get in, so they go after Tien. The Crescent Guard does hit 3 members. Can Xiaohu get a big shockwave off? He's still waiting on it. Gets on, but look at Elk over the wall once again, just dealing out tons of damage that nobody on Weibo has an answer for. Shadow flies in, Bin on the back end, trying to make sure nobody can escape, but nobody can shut down this big bad Zaya alongside Knight. Infernal Soul.
Nope.
Doesn't matter.
Push coming through on the bottom side of the map. The wave is moving away from BLG in the top side though, so they're not going to be able to sync up all 3 waves.
Weibo trying to push forward to punish them for the redemption comes across. There's the crash down from Chris, but once again, Bin finds Xiaohu. He weaves the public execution through, and boy, does it take the wind out of the sails. It might have taken 10 minutes extra, but it's still BLG coming out on top in our opening bout.
This for the battle for second place right here in Group Ascend. Gonna go BLG look revitalized. Shadow has been so much to this team, but in this game, Elk has been ripping heads.
Elk finishes
weird in this composition that I'm
up. There's a change of corruption. Gets the knockup. They're going all on to Crisp. Kill goes down nonetheless. Can Tien trade out Elk on the back end? Yes, 1 for 1. As the TP does come in from Xiaohu, and he's going to try and stream a shovel, but Shadow already got rid of the wave. He still gets feared up. Solar Flare stun into the current call. Great layering, and Crisp actually doesn't get touched by Bin, so that's not a kill given back over. It's 2 kills on Tien.
Now Shadow can jump on forwards. Cataclysm goes on in.
I spoke too soon. And Shadow did not know about the Nocturne spell shield that cleanses the Oran Horn. Here comes the Paranoia on the backside. Knight does not get hit by the Solar Flare stun. Instead, they're trying to lock up on. who will
Ooh,
fall.
big
Inferno Bomb doesn't have enough damage to kill off TN just yet. So Weibo get 1 kill back for their 3rd turret loss of the game. They're too late. Shadow again goes over the Emperor's Divide. The Inferno Bomb doesn't hit the main target, but it gets enough damage, and Elk's able to cleanse Flash out of the Leona stun. And the body block comes through. Mr. President
Nice.
Elk, you get out to safety. Oh yeah, I will.
It will, but it's still not going to get them much for it, right? This is not going to actually take down the tower.
Oh,
Here comes Bin.
Horn into the depth charge, locks up the support. Still have vision on the dragon.
wait.
They're going to hold it and wait for Tien to go in. He goes all in for Elk, but again, he's just too safe. Deadly Flourish won't find his mark. Tien is down. That mission was as one way as they come. Inferno Bomb hits Light down for about 50% of his HP, and BLG, once Kurt Call comes across, Tien is in. Xiaohu, watch him for a little bit of Shuriman Shuffle action. Knock up Inferno Bomb. Holy moly, Breathe is getting deleted, and Bin, one more on him, will find the first kill. Bin is way too tanky. He misses his Horn. Not going to talk about that one, Bin, because he's just running down Light. Chris is trying to kite back to him, but Shadow has a flag and drag. Going to go after Light. Doesn't have the Cataclysm. Maybe went a bit too far forward. Chris is going to be the next target as Knight is completely protected in this fight. And Elk is not going to fall just to the might of Tien. It has to be Xiaohu, because Light is having to run back towards his base. Weibo's front line is completely scattered as BLG find themselves a narrow but a fight win. He can't get anywhere into this fight. Tien's going all out after Elk, but maybe that's exactly what BLG wanted, because again, the force shot will not find the mark onto Elk. Elk survives, and that's the doom and demise of Weibo, and the Cataclysm might just be the cherry on top. 4 kills for nothing in the name of Bilibili Gaming. It's going to start off this fight where they go all after Xiaohu. Eats a depth charge, an Inferno Bomb, everything, and boy, can he not stomach it. Curtain Call coming on the back line from Elk, but there's just nothing to really find here except the corpses of his teammates. That force shot does finally connect onto somebody, but that someone is on who will valiantly give his life for the rest of BLG to wipe up another fight. All right, they're finally going after Knight. They do get the stun layer down. Inferno Bomb. Knight feared up. Will he die? The Shurelian Shield. Knight will finally burn through. But again, is it too little too late? That Horn triple knockup from Bin says so, and he's flashing after Breathe. Sure, you lock down the golden left hand, but the rest of BLG is golden with an Elk pentakill. A unique single match of League of Legends, but disappointing not at all unless you're a Weibo fan. They will succumb to BLG and give up second place to Group Ascend as the prize.